welcome back to another episode of Catch That, where we analyze and speak honestly about artists, albums, and eras of R&B music. I am Naturally Elise, and that's my bro.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives. And today we are welcoming back one of our sisters, one of our fellow soldiers in this war. Keep R&B just talked about and appreciated and honored. Chasity. Hey, boo.
Hey guys, I just love being on y'all show. I think I've been here about 5 million times at this point.
You and Zoe about damn near equal, yo.
Oh, Zoe goes to the at this point.
You in the Zoe Dart air like territory.
Yeah, there go Dart Jr. right there, so we good.
My name fell at this point. Look, I take it with honor. Thank you guys for having me on this show today.
Yes. And if you've watched episodes before, you already know that Miss Chasity is a busy lady. She's doing the work. She's honoring the people and a lot of the behind the scenes people that never get their shine. That's one of the things I love that you do. Like, she gets songwriters, she gets producers and beyond, choreographers. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but welcome back. And today, JR is going to tell you what we're going to be talking about and why. And then we're going to jump into this thing.
Okay, so today we are discussing Keyshia Cole's The Way It Is. And, me and this girl talk on the phone every day. I'm on the phone either with Chasity or Elise, one or the other. But we was like, what album would we want to talk about? And she was like, well, nobody really talks about Keyshia albums like that. And I was like, yo, you got a point. So she was like, yo, let's talk about the debut. I was like, all right. So once we hit Elise was like, yo, let's do it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into it. We're going to get how we all was introduced to her, each song and all that kind of stuff. And this is going to be a good one. I know it already. So sis, when you first heard Keyshia, when was the first time you heard her?
Okay, Keyshia Cole, I do remember back in 2005. Like the summer of 2005 is so crazy because at the time when Keyshia Cole was coming out with this debut album, they were like also doing it with her reality show, The Way It Is, which was crazy at the time because I knew Keyshia had came out when I Changed My Mind and I thought it was like a fly song. But I feel like when she did her second single, and I know we're gonna talk about those other tracks.
Yeah.
But when she did, what's the second single? Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a little brain fart. The second single,
you gonna get it.
Track number one. I'm trying to think, y'all.
Give it to her. She gonna get it. Go ahead.
I just want to be over. Okay,
there you go. I knew you gonna get it.
Look, I'm just thinking about the horns. I'm thinking about the horns at this point.
You better.
Look, the horns take my breath away. So yeah, but it was that track. It was track number one, second single, and I remember it was just so fly when I heard it back in the summer of 2005. And the time when I heard Keyshia, I thought she was so dope, so nice. But then I wanted to kind of get to know it. I don't know how I got this magazine back in 2005. I don't know if it was Essence or BT or something. And what caught my attention with Keyshia before I knew about the reality show was I read about who she was and who she was inspired. And she was inspired by my favorite artist, Brandy. Yes. I was just so enamored with that because that caught my attention. I don't think I was worried about her songs. I think I was worried about her inspiration. And then when I seen that she was inspired by Brandy, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to take a listen to her and listen to her album because if she's inspired by Brandy, we know Brandy's the vocal Bible. Okay, then y'all know you got a voice. You know what I'm saying? Because if you gonna sing like her or try to sing like her, you gotta be singing to your, to your breath, to your soul.
Right.
And when I seen that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give her a chance. And I think that's when I got to know about I Just Want to Be Over. So fly, so dope. I actually recorded the video back in the day on my VHS.
Kids will never know, baby.
Look, don't judge me, y'all. This was back in the day when I used to love videos. I recorded my VHS and then I recorded the BET Awards back in 2005 because I was just so obsessed at their favorite type of thing. Look, y'all, don't judge me. I was young. I was 15.
Oh, no.
This was at the time where I just really was like into the videos recording because now I got to learn about technology in that type of way.
Right.
But when I seen that she was inspired by Brandy, I said, okay, I'm gonna give her a chance. I don't know what it is about her, but when I heard about Keyshia and who she was inspired and those 2 tracks, I'm like, okay, she has something. And then I kept hearing about this reality show. They were all talking about that was the whole summer of 2005 about her reality show. I was like, okay, she's a singer. She has a reality show. That's very rare for a brand new up and coming artist to have a TV show. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was the first, if I'm correct, she was the first to have her own TV show at the time, being up and coming artist, but not even that she broke records with that TV show. You know what I'm saying? So for them doing that at the time with that, she was really, making way with her music and on BET. And I think that was a great audience at the time because Keyshia, to me, when you think about a singer, especially a Black singer, you want to connect to your audience. And I feel like with Keyshia Cole, that was a great way to start, her success. And I was just really excited about what she had going on. But when I heard I Just Want to Be Over, I was like, yeah, I'm about to support this girl because she really, really is like, I don't know if it's pain with her or what she's been through, but I want to give her a chance to understand who she is as an artist. And I felt like watching the reality show, I was like, okay, now I see how she's inspired by her life, the story, her being adopted, her, just going through life changes. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, she reminds me of somebody. I can't think of it now, but hopefully for sure as time goes on and she becomes successful, I'll give her a chance. So that was my introduction to Keyshia Cole.
Well, mine was I Heard Never from the Barbershop 2 soundtrack. Okay. And I was just, because it comes on at the end. So I was just like, for the credits, you know what I'm saying? When Black people about to leave. For me, I got to hear who is these songs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at credits and all that. And I'm like, who is this girl? You know what I'm saying? And then they go right into Eve's verse. So I didn't really get a chance to kind of catch it, but I was like, oh, okay, they using the Luther sample and all that good stuff. But then I heard I changed my mind. And I was like, whoa. I was like, yo, this joint is hard. Like, it's really hard. And I was like, oh, Kanye produced this joint. Mm-hmm. And Kanye was all over the place in 2004. He had Brandy. He had John Legend. Like, he was the it guy when it came to producing people. So when I heard this record, I was like, okay. And then I got to see her. And I said, she reminded me of somebody. And I was like, but I'm going to wait. I was like, let's see. Because again, around this time, this was, the New Girls was coming in. This is when, Sierra came in. So Sierra had everything on lock right now as far as goodies, and the New Girls is coming in. Then again, you got the Rihannas and the Tierra Maries and all these girls that were coming in. So it was like, she was different from them. None of them couldn't dance. But anyway, none of them. Only Sierra could dance. All them other girls, I was like, oh. But I heard this, and then I heard I Just Want It to Be Over. And I said right then and there, I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of this girl. I'm a fan of her. And then being in New York, I started hearing a lot of leaks from Keyshia's album. It was leaks that was getting hit. Like a couple of songs, like I think about 4 leaks that I heard before the album came out, because the album was supposed to come out in like January of 2005. So it was like so many leaks. Then they put it on a mixtape. So it was a lot of songs going around, but I was like, yo, I'm going to wait. And when I Just Want It to Be Over came out, I said, yo, I'm going to cop this girl album for real. So from that point, that's when I was like, yo, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this girl for real.
So, in the barbershop, I didn't even I don't think I even paid that attention. So I didn't
either.
Like, yeah, I heard it, but I didn't connect it with anyone. It was just like, oh, like you said, like, oh, Luther sample, this is cute. I like, this is fun. Right. That was like kind of the end of it. And like you said, they didn't play a lot of the singing. It was more about Eve to the actual single where it's, where it's more about Keyshia.
Right.
So, So my real introduction was I Changed My Mind. And I just remember how big it was it was just real people. Like, it was a street kind of cut. Like, it was hot in the street. Like, I would hear it coming out of cars. Like, it wasn't, it wasn't a chart banger, but it got people to pay attention, like, oh, okay, we like this song. And then the notoriety of having a Kanye beat and you just coming out, you
That's
know,
right.
so, not beat, but your production. And so, you know, that brought a lot of interest, even though it didn't do what it ended up doing at that time. But it was a great introduction, and people were curious about her. They were able to place her name, you know, like she had a clear identity, so you remembered her.
Yeah.
Like she sang on the track didn't take her over.
Ooh,
Right.
I like that.
She
I like
attacked the
that.
track. So
I agree.
she was memorable. Had she come out and it just really only been about the track, we might not have gotten what we got in the future as far as attention.
Right. I agree.
And at least you couldn't miss it with that hair child. She had that two-tone hair going on.
Yeah, smart. I mean, even though that really was her style, but
yeah,
shit, smart to keep it.
Through that.
Rockstar meets R&B in some type of way.
Yeah, it set apart. She looked different. She didn't look like the other girls.
Mm-hmm.
All the other girls looked like each other, but she kind of was, not all of them, but it was a lot of them that had this kind of mold of, you know, the 2005 mold of, you know, of what a singer was or whatever.
Right.
So it's interesting to get this more kind of a little more street, like pretty, but like but still emotional, and like it was a good mix. She was relatable to a lot of younger girls.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding.
So it makes sense why you love it, because you know what I'm saying, I was a whole ass adult, but I still, you know, I still was young though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still young, but you know what I'm saying. And but
that's at least.
But it was relatable to a younger girl, and you know, just that feeling of angst or heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Like it, because that whole app is about heartbreak. You know, so it was relatable.
Period.
Everybody can do that. So yeah.
Right, because it was kind of like how the girls was able to relate to Married with Real Love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you remind me didn't have a video into the remix, but Real Love, it was kind of like girls like, ooh, I could dig her. And the same thing with Keyshia. It was just like the younger girls, like they couldn't relate to, like the hood girls couldn't relate to Sierra, even though she had a little bit of that, but they couldn't relate to her. You know what I'm saying? And then the other girls, it was just like they were just too cute and pretty, and they have no grit to them. So it was like Keyshia was like, "Ooh, we can relate to this." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I totally understand that. You know what I mean? I had to throw that little Mary in there, right?
That part.
Which we will get into, which we will definitely get into on this album, for real. But let's get into it then. So the first joint, I Just Want It to Be Over.
Like I said, I remember I got same thing 2005. You know, now I didn't really bring it up, but I actually got to listen to the album during the Katrina era. So Katrina hits at this time too for us. And it's crazy because even though she dropped this album in June, I didn't actually listen to the album until October, September, because this is around Katrina hit in August and stuff. And so it was so crazy at the time. And I was literally just turning 16. So I'm 16 listening to Keyshia Cole album. But in the midst of it, you know, I was listening to Brandy's Greatest Hits and Fatty Pooh and all these people in 05. You know, like I said, we talked about D4L, all these rap artists that were coming up. But I remember at the time when I listened to I Just Want to Be Over, I loved it. Like off the break, y'all, them horns got me hooked. I don't know what it was. The instrumentation had me hooked from the break, and I'm like, done. I'm like, wait a minute, this. Okay, I changed my mind. Like you said, was cool, but something about track number one just brung in the album. Like it made you understand. Like, okay, she coming with a banger. Like she's coming hard, and like I said, that was the one that really caught my attention. Was track number one. Mm-hmm.
She keeps talking about horns. I'm gonna call her Junior.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad she's saying it for me.
But at least you can't. But at least I couldn't even deny it because that's what brung in the track. And I'm like, it's very rare that you like talk about instrumentation in the song, but this song, the instruments not like they not. I just like, yep. This the one. This is
I'm,
the
so-
girl.
I'm
This is what I
so
like.
glad. I'm so glad you talked about the horns, even though I love them.
And you know what? I like that it was interesting instrumentation because by this time, I feel like you didn't get a lot of that. It was a little more sanitized, or it was the same instrumentation on every song. So that was different for this type of album, for it to have that element. Like, that's pretty.
And I agree with Chasity. This is the song that really got me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling Elise this earlier. I wanted this to be the first single. I wanted this to be the first single. I wanted it to because, and I tell you why. Because it was so different. And just like you said, Elise, we didn't get instrumentation around that time. Everybody was kind of doing something. So it was different. And I always thought that I Changed My Mind was kind of like the street joint to get everybody ready. Like, this new girl is coming, watch out for her. But boom, this is the first single, and it's dun, dun, but then it still got a nice beat to it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, this is first single here. You know what I mean? And then just the instrumentation of it for me, I was just like, it was so different than what everybody was doing. Because like when we was talking about in the Usher, our Usher video that a lot of people watch. And and I always said during that time, you saw the sound was changing to Atlanta. It was starting to change. Everybody started to sound like this. Everybody, and I was just like, I just wanted to be over, sound so different. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And Keyshia there rocking with it. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So I always wanted this to be first single fire for me. I agree. The record.
I disagree so much.
What?
It shouldn't have been no first single. I mean, shit. It was the second single, and it didn't really do anything. So what make? At least you had. I Changed My Mind. You had something that the hip hoppers was gonna listen to. Just the fact that Kanye did, right? You know how they do it. If one of their people step over to R&B, all of a sudden they know R&B. Let me stop.
Hey, grandma. Hey, girl.
No, but no, I think you needed that, and it kind of, you needed to know that she had an edge, and you could hear the edge in that. And I think I Just Wanted to Be Over doesn't have that same edge that she needed to get initial attention, and at least get the actual R&B black folk like listening to it, pulling the hip hoppers in. I think that was very smart. I think that was a perfect first thing.
I get that.
It didn't necessarily.
One of my favorites, like a fan favorite for me, I guess. No, well, I get what you're saying. We needed that hip hop edge.
I won't disagree about the song being great. No, it's one of my favorites on the album. I don't think
it's first single.
I think that would have been a very bad decision.
At the time, I get what you're saying. That Crump can be.
I get it. Like the way you broke that down. Yeah, I get it. Because again, Kanye was on fire. You're gonna have the hip hop that's gonna come. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So that brings that in. Hip hop is becoming dominant. Like it is dominant. You know what I mean? So you got that's pulling you in. Then you got the R&B people that's like, yo, we like this joint. Like, okay, cool. So I get it. Maybe it's just because I Just Want to Be Over because of the instrumentation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, obviously the team liked the song because it was the second single, but I think it would have been bad to put.
I get it.
That's my
opinion. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it would have grabbed hold as hard.
Right. Because Crunk and B is at the height of heights. I get it.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. And like you said, it gave. I Just Want to Be Over. It's still kind of musical, but I Changed My Mind has that grit that the other girls didn't have. You know what I mean? Like none of them girls had that grit. Even though Tia Marie had that make her feel good and it had that little knock, but it didn't have a grit like Keisha's. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't. So it was like
Right.
Okay, you gonna knock, and like you said, at least during that time, you even had the dudes blasting the shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you got the dudes blasting the joint out the car, you got something. You know what I mean? But I just don't understand why it didn't go.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, like it didn't do like a top 20 at least. Like I'm confused. Like everybody was rocking to it. It was a big deal. Like I didn't get it. I just didn't get why that. You know what I mean? So, but hey, I get it. But since we going into I changed my mind. Mine's are going to that. So I say this. I always felt that I changed my mind was Used to Love You, John Legend Part 2.
I can agree.
Part 2. And he wrote the bridge.
He's on the album, right?
Yeah, he wrote the bridge. And it's just like, it felt like that. It felt like Kanye. It felt like John Legend. Yep. Damn, I answered my own question again. So if you like John Legend, you're going to like this record. You like Kanye. So it had a lot of things that people would have liked about I Changed My Mind that would make it a great first single. Damn, Elise. You know what? She wins again.
Yeah, she won. That's what I thought about. I was like, yeah, she right. But for us, y'all, as a music head, that mug, the track one knocks. But I get what Elise said. If you want to try to marketing wise, like we talked about in Confessions. But if you want to market your music, you have to bring something that's gonna relate to the audience, the people, and which is her R&B is her audience. So it makes sense. R&B and hip hop at this time are definitely a match made in heaven because it's just sticking like with R&B with this crunk going on. So having on and on for with Keyshia Cole with a different sound with it, it just really made me interested in her. But like I said too, the video was dope. The colored hair, that's why I said threw me, but not even that. Jay Valentine was in the video. I was like, because I forgot who he was. I was like, that's Jay Valentine. I'm like, oh my bad. I ain't put no damn connection with that. I just had it was some light skinned dude in the video. Keep moving. So yeah. But it was a great first thing. I do agree with that, but that wasn't the one that made me a fan. Like Elise is saying, I do agree with her on that.
Right. Yeah. But I changed my mind. It was. I'm not saying y'all it wasn't a dope.
Oh no.
Because it was a dope record. That, like Elise said, that was some street shit. Like that was a new girl coming in with some street vibes to it. You know what I mean? So it was dope. It was a dope record. I just want to be over just a little bit better. That's all. That's all. All righty.
It's not the best song. It's not even in my top few. It's not the best on the album.
No.
I agree with Elise.
Not at all. Not at all.
Woo! Thank you, Elise.
I wasn't in any way insinuating that, that I liked it above all, but it was just the right decision for a thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Shout out to them. Shout out to Kanye and John Legend for putting together part 2 of your Baby When I Used to Love You.
Love you.
And that also got me because I love now that was my damn jam now. I fucked with the first John Legend album very hard.
Oh yes, God.
No, don't get it twisted now.
Oh no. Yeah. Where he is now, I'm good. Get Lifted. Oh yes, God. And mind you, because I Changed My Mind actually came out in like November 2004. So like you say, John Legend just came out with his album Get Lifted, and then Used to Love You was the first single. So Kanye had that, and I Changed My Mind had cars knocking, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, Jesus.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So track number 3, Love, I Thought You Had My Back. My favorite song on the album, period.
Fine. It's my favorite.
Oh my
Top 3 favorite album cut. One of my top.
Listen, this is on some 70s soul, Aretha, Denise LaSalle, Millie Jackson type of grit to it to me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. And I remember when I got this album, because this is kind of brings me a memory about my dad. The last time I was on the road with my dad, it was like, I took 3 albums with me. It was Keyshia's, It was I think it was
I ain't on there, but I think I know what you talking about. I thought about it. I was like,
no. Unplugged by Alicia Keys. And and I took Usher's Confessions.
Okay, that saved it. It cleaned it up.
Here she go. Here she go. Here she go.
I'm with Elise.
Here she go.
Elise.
So I remember after those two songs, and I Thought You Had My Back, I kept replaying it over and over. And after a while, you know, I'm like, you know how I did you, Elise, even though you didn't like the song. You didn't like it, and I kept replaying it, and it got on your damn nerves. I even went in the bathroom while I was taking a shower and playing it. Elise was over me. But and with my dad, I kept playing it, and normally he don't pay me too much attention. But he was like, why the hell you keep playing this damn song? I was like, Dad, don't that feel good? Don't it sound soulful? He was like, what, you had a breakup or something? Like, what's up with you? Like, he like, you had a breakup or something? What's up with you? I was just like, yo, the way it's like, yo, it's so soulful, yo. And then he sat there for a minute. He was just like, oh, yeah, it gives me like a Tyrone Davis. And I was like, what?
I could see something like that.
I was like, it sound like that to you? Then he gonna say, well, that's the only 70s ones I could throw at you. So that's what I said. So I would never forget that moment. But this song, man, it was just so soulful, yo. It was so grit. It was so, Keyshia was singing her heart out, for real. Yeah. Now you got when she, you know, she started this album because she saw a man cheating. You know what I'm saying? She saw her man cheating and left and drove 9 hours to LA because her man cheated on her. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm out of here. And you felt it. She was like, yo, love, I thought you had my back. And then she do the little talking in it. You know what I'm saying? Had to do the Diana Ross talking. You know what I mean? Because you know Diana gonna talk in a song now. So Keyshia had to, you know what I'm saying, get her little talking in, and I just love the record. Like, I can play it all over again, and ooh, ooh, ooh. Right.
That and JR, you just got me a thought, and because I remember this song was one of the most songs me, my mom, my sister, we played in her like old Cadillac Ford Explorer thing back in the day when I was in high school. And this album, that song right there does not having the music blasted up. It's just like when she goes, love, I said, whoo. And she goes, oh. I said, ooh. I said, okay, she is keeping me interested. But like I said, it does. And it reminds me now, I'm thinking about, because y'all got my wheels, so it reminds me of like that Brandy Never Say Never, like it's inspiration, because when you're going through a heartbreak with this, because, well, you're the expert, so you kind of got me thinking of turning my wheels. But when you think about it, it does kind of remind you of a heartbreak you went through, and you are like, releasing this anger, this pain, and it's like with this record, I can tell this does remind you of it, because that's the story. That's how she got to LA. Was her man cheated on her? She did. And when I listen to this record, it does remind you of a heartbreak, but it's like the beat just her just saying it back over and over again, and those. And then we say, "Thought you had my back." I said, "Ah."
Yes. That little nuance right there, yo.
This is the one, but y'all, this is the one I would say. Me, my mom, my sister, we played it over and over again back in 2000. This is after Katrina, like this is like 2 months after Katrina hit. But I'm telling y'all, this is the one that we played over and over again. This was the one. This made me really a fan at this point, because I was like, "Yep, this album gonna be the shit" when I started listening to it in the tracks. But this one caught my heart. Yep.
Yeah, and then you would think that this song, it had such of a 70s vibe. You think it was a sample used, and it's not. There's no sample at all. Because y'all know my wheels were starting to turn once I was hearing this. I was like, okay, whose sample is this? Where is it? Whose sample is it? There's no sample at all. I was like, wow. And for them, it gave you that 70s vibe, which was so great, but it still had that knock to it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, let me tell you something. Toxic, that's his name that did the record.
Toxic.
That's his name, Toxic, yeah. Toxic, okay. Yeah, and Ron Fair. Well, you know Ron Fair gonna put his name on everything. But
he up and down this album. That part.
Yeah, I mean, he probably vocally produced Keyshia, because I mean, come on, y'all.
Oh, he did. He did. You know, I interviewed one of the songwriters. She told me, Ron, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. We know, love the Keyshia, but we know she needed a little bit, baby. It's all right, baby. We all need it sometime, you know.
But
I'm horrible. I'm a mess.
This top 3 album cut for me.
Oh, your top 3. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's a favorite for me. I can hear this joint. This is actually, it's probably my second favorite Keyshia song.
What? It's probably number 3 for me. But
yeah, it's probably my second favorite Keyshia song. Yes. Whew, love me had my back. That she could have gave me all them joints. Because a couple of these, let me shut up until we get there. This is I'll put it this way, this is the love joint that I did like.
And it's similar, the part of the melody sound like it sound like how she's singing love a little bit, but it's more musical back into it. It's not it's not bare.
Yeah.
But it's a similar melody.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's crazy because, like you said, at least you just hit it on the nail. Like, she's talking like love, like it's a person. Like, why did you thought you had me, but you didn't have my back? So it's like she's talking like love. What happened? What went wrong? Like, you betrayed me in some type of way. That's what it makes sense. I get it.
Oh yeah.
This
is probably one of the first songs she probably wrote for the damn album, for real.
That part.
It probably was, for real. I mean, hello, for what that girl was going through. Ooh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. I should have cheated.
I remember them playing this. I do remember them playing this a lot on the radio and a lot on MTV Jam. Oh yeah, they played the shit out of this on MTV Jam. Oh yeah.
Yeah, which by the way is the only song that she ain't have part in writing on the album.
Right. Shout out to 112.
Yeah. The Singers.
Well, they was in the video, JR. They was in the studio.
There was no whining at all. But anyway, yes. So this, y'all know, originally this was for Nivea.
What? Oh no, I didn't. Oh,
I read this a couple of years ago. I think it was, you know who I read it from, and I'm gonna give them their credit. Rated R&B. They did was it a 10-year anniversary? I think it was a 10-year anniversary they did, and either 10 or 15, one of them. And they was like, yo, this song was originally written for Nivea.
Wow.
But they didn't get to her.
The ATL connection, but damn, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. I was like,
that's fact though, because this at the time Nivea was just having her kids. No shade, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think she was in a headspace to do something like that. But then again, we don't know. I don't know nobody's life.
Look who she got with, that she had her kids with.
That part, kids.
It might would have been a song for her, for real.
I could hear her singing that completely.
Me too. After I found out.
I can hear in my head what her version would sound like.
Yeah.
You literally? I don't know.
Because of what she, I mean, the girl can sing.
No. At least I'm not saying that she can sing, but I don't know if I can see her singing this song the way Keyshia felt with pain. You know what I'm saying? In the video, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not gonna be the same song. It ain't gonna be the same song. I'm just yes, I fussed with somebody the other day. No, I just imagined what it might sound like. Not saying that it should have been her song. I'm just imagining how she would sound.
Yeah.
Singing.
Yeah, I can see it. I can imagine that, like, to be honest. But with Keyshia getting it, she did what she needed to do. Because let me tell you something. They played this video on BET so damn much.
Yep.
Anytime you turn on BET when there were music videos. And you would turn it on, and during that time between like the summer of 05 going into the winter of
Oh.
05, it was like 06. I mean, yeah, going to win 06. Yo, you like, damn, y'all playing this video like shit. I'm like, I turn it on this part, she's singing in the studio. Then I turn it off, come back 2 hours later, her and what you call it, her and her love interest in the rain. I'm like, well, goddamn, how many times I'm playing this damn video? You know what I'm saying?
They did wear that song out because it made me not like it for a long time.
Yes.
Like it had to be some space in between it. No, I originally liked. I mean, first hearing it, it was jam. They played shit out of that.
Oh yeah.
They played the video. They played the shit out of the radio. The girls that I hung out with played the shit to death. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just got wore out. So I couldn't listen to it for a long time. But after time passed, it didn't bother me.
Yeah, but no, they played that. Ooh, my cousin played on his sound system, blasting up on the TV screen, so you know how they were, child. but like I said, they did overplay. I loved it, but they did overplay it a lot. But at the same time, if she came, like, I like the video in the rain. That was Chief Santana, y'all remember?
Chief Santana, yes. I couldn't even think of his name. That's his name, because I mean, he did a lot for Ashanti, so.
There you go.
So, but yeah, you know what? This song too, it always brought me back to when Deron was on Kelly Price's "You Complete Me" type of production from Soul of a Woman. I always, anytime I listen to I Should Have Cheated, I always think about that. And I always think about when him and Faith did Thank You, Lord on her debut. Like it felt like a Deron record to me. You know what I mean? Like it felt like he produced this record. It felt like he wrote on the record. You know what I mean? When I heard it, the first thing when I heard it and I finished the song, and then I looked Deron from 112 and Q. I was like, yo, I want to hear You Complete Me with him and Kelly. Even though it was a duet, it had the kind of same type of vibe for me. So I was like, okay, he has a certain sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was his sound. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this joint was dope. But like y'all said, they ran the video. They ran the damn song. I was just like, I've had enough.
It was a jam. Yeah.
I had enough. All right, at least like,
I love it. I still love it. But yeah, they did, like, as a rotation, it was overly played. One thing we'll talk about, that one was overly played.
We getting closer. So guess what?
I'm tired of the bullshit and guess what?
I'm leaving you.
Okay.
I heard the leaked version. I heard it leaked.
So I lied, y'all.
Yeah, wow.
I told a lie, y'all.
What?
I said it was 3 songs I ain't like. It's 4.
And there's one of them.
There's one of them?
I don't hate it. Now the other songs I like. I cannot.
I love Guess What.
But this one, it feels throwaway to me. That's why.
You know what? I ain't even mad that you said that, because I think I heard that from somebody before. They was like, it sounded like it's not a bad song. It just sounds like a throwaway. Like it was like,
it's generic to me.
I
in the context of what else was out, like everybody had a song that sounded like that in the filler of their album.
Yeah, I heard that before. I did, but I heard this.
I don't hate it though. I don't hate it.
I heard this joint back in February of 2005. Because like I told y'all, they had like a mix CD where they had songs on there, and Keyshia was getting leaked like crazy. She was getting leaked. And the first time I heard it, I didn't hear Jadakiss on it.
That I did not know, because Jadakiss is always going to feature. So now I got it.
So when I heard it the first time, I was like, okay, I like this joint. But the version I heard, it was literally like maybe 2 minutes of it. That was the leaked version. Yeah, it was like 2 minutes. So you heard her first verse, the chorus, and then you just hear it's kind of like going out. Yeah. But then when I heard another leaked version, that one had Jadakiss on it. And I was like, okay, like, you know how in the beginning, he'd be like, you made it, Mom, like that. It wasn't on the demo when I heard on the first leak. I didn't hear that. So when I heard this, I was like, yo, I like this joint. I was like,
I do.
okay.
I love it.
Okay. And I was
Man,
like, Jada.
if you want for 2 minutes, you feel like it was leaked on purpose then.
Could have been.
So.
That's what it sounds like. For that to exist in the
And thank you, sis. See, people will be thinking we stupid. I wanted to go there. Thank you for bringing that up, sis. People think we stupid because they act like, oh, a 2-minute version leaked, and then afterwards the full version leaked.
Comes out.
Because I think, again, y'all, like we just said about I Changed My Mind, that didn't hit like they wanted it to.
Nope.
It hit with us.
Testing the waters.
They were testing the waters.
You
So
ain't
like,
low.
they ain't low. Okay. They ain't low. They think we were stupid. Because then this came out and I'm like.
There's such a gap between release.
Right. Because how the fuck I Changed My Mind comes out at the end of November and then the leak comes out in like January. 2 months? You give the song 2 months?
That is crazy.
Son. Ron Fair, y'all ain't fooling nobody. No. Y'all weren't fooling nobody. Thank you, sis. Thank you for bringing that up, yo. Because I wanted to bring that in, but I didn't know how, but you did it.
You got to remind me a little bit of Love. I thought you had my back a little bit, just a little faster. But it's just nice because I just love how the way she just comes in. She just, like you said, y'all, she talking her shit. Like, I'm tired of the bullshit. I mean, she just goes off. And I love it about it because, like I said, y'all, that's why I can kind of see, now I can see the Mary inspirational type of records. You know what I'm saying? Or just in general, Mary J. Blige, she's giving you that feel. But for me, like I said, I just feel like this was just Keyshia, who she was as a person. I didn't get the Mary thing until like her second album. But like I said, with this record, you can get those vibes a little bit that she's coming hard, but she's coming through something, you know?
Do y'all agree with this? Y'all know during the time, they always say that Drake brought in this melodic singing in. This track is just exactly what Drake do. Like, exactly what he does. That's why I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, this has been there before. It's just, let's just keep it real. He a light-skinned dude, and it just was what it was. Like, he a light-skinned dude, and he's singing and all this kind of stuff and doing everything different. But Keyshia is doing the same thing Drake would do on this record. I can see Drake doing this record.
I'm good.
Honestly, but not Jadakiss on it. But that's too hood. That's too hood. You know what I'm saying? But I can see Drake do a record like this. Like, because that's all Keyshia. Keyshia really spitting on this.
Oh, she spit her ass off. I can hear rapping, like I can just, it's a mixture of both, but it's just like a fast beat. But
yeah.
Got me, like, that was a dope record for me. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Oh, with the album, to me, it was a flow.
Okay. Yeah, you know, sis, like, oh, you know, cool.
Oh, to me.
I'm listening. That's y'all's opinions, and that's okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I just love it.
Y'all had to hear me be loud and raw.
No, but this is the time. This is Katrina for me. So the thing about, I needed something to like soothe me. You know what I'm saying? So we
got it. That makes sense.
This is different. Like, and then like you said, Joe, I did too. I felt like I kind of got lost in the R&B show at the time because we didn't have anything, like no lights.
No, yeah.
We missed 1 month of school, so it's like I needed some type of outlet to give me this crazy because I wouldn't even listen to random like actual R&B records that people put out, like well, Mary J. Blige, yes. But like Mariah, but I was like, Keyshia took me off the break, Fatty Cool took me off the break. Like these are like random R&B albums that people I think wasn't really listening to versus to like Mary and Mariah. They were like dominate at the time, but I was giving other people in R&B a chance because I wanted to listen to their albums, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Kind of weird, but I want to be in some others on R&B, I guess.
Right. Yeah. All right, so we go to the biggest song on the album, the biggest single. And that's Love. Y'all can speak on it.
No. Well, for me, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. Well, you know what? I can actually be honest, y'all. I think I didn't like really get into Love until they dropped the single Maya. I had the album, but like I said, that wasn't the one that hit me. It was not the one that hit me. But when they played it, when they dropped it as a single, I said, okay. Now I can kind of get into it's the groove of the album because, like you said, y'all, I'm listening to these album cuts are getting me more than these singles. Like no shade.
Oh yeah.
The album cuts made the album for what I feel it to be. But when Love came out, I did like the song. I'm not gonna stunt. I did like it. You know, I had the album. I probably didn't like listen to it like that, but when they released it, it was, ooh, they played it a lot on the radio. Damn, a lot on MTV. The only thing I will say this. I do like the song, but the only thing I didn't like about it was they just was like when she was, I'm like, okay, so yeah, that was a little bit too much. But I would have to give kudos to credit for this song because I did break down the lyrics to this song when I first started my R&B song relationship. Thank you, JR, for your help.
Yes.
I give you your credit too, sir. With that, we broke down with my girl, shout out to her, Kiana from Detroit. She's a therapist. We broke the lyrics down, and we thought that this shit was about some goddamn heartbreak. So I guess when I did my interpretation, Keyshia Cole wanted to chime in. She said, "You should have had me on the show." I said, "Oh, my bad."
She sure did. She sure did. She came with the fire. Like,
well, JR, look, I didn't give a damn because that means I had an ass talking. So I said, "Thank you, girl."
You did.
But I was really happy that and then not even that y'all, she liked it. So it wasn't nothing against, that wasn't this or something, but in my interpretation, my brain, I thought it was heartbreak because the way she was explaining the way the video was with Tyrese, they made it seem like, you know, she was loving him, but he was leaving. It was just, I think I was just kind of mixed up with the lyrics and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna knock it. It was a beautiful song at the time, but I think she might have oversung it too high or just too much. But at the end of the day, is for me, what it did for me was Keyshia came on my platform and she supported me. So I'm not gonna knock it down. But I will say this, they overplayed the shit out of it. I'm not gonna stunt. Overplayed it too much. Valentine's Day every year, the song was always getting played. And when I was in a heartbreak, I would play this song as a heartbreak song versus a quote unquote love song. But they did overplay it. But I think the only when she got into the ow, ow, that part right there kind of was like, yeah, that was a little bit too much. But I can't lie, I was it. That's it.
Like, I just don't. This is the song she got her deal on with Ron Flair. Like, this is her song that she got the deal. And I'm like, you heard that? And that got the deal? Like, I'm like, that just don't do. Vocally, I'm not feeling Keyshia on it.
Yeah.
Vocally, I'm just not liking it. I'm not liking that. Like, I'm not like that. It just, no. And I'm like, how is this song the biggest song on the album? Like, this is a top 20 song. And I'm like,
I think the beat, y'all, the beat, the production. I think that's why.
It's so bland. Dum, 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 dum. I'm like, yeah, and I like when she did it at the Roots picnic. And I mean, I put my camera around and everybody was singing it. And I was like, okay, since I'm drinking, I'm gonna sing along too. Like, that's what it was. Like, I would, like, other than that, I was just like, this song has never done nothing for me. I just don't like it. I think, again, the chorus is just all over the place. And if you vocally trying to do something that and like, and have everybody in the audience singing like that, no, like
Awards 06. That really like was not good.
Yeah, and see, and me and Dale have talked about songs before to where someone cracks or they doing something, but it sounds good or it's about the emotion, but that's not what I feel here. It feels, you know what it made me think of? You gonna hate me for this, JR. Remember when we was talking about
no, you gonna make Chasity mad, not me.
Oh, I know, you seen it, and JR, you was there. No, it's given that go anxious.
Oh.
Like, it feels so nervous. It feels like it feels like a kid with a stage mom over there. I'm like, sing your song. Like, it's to me. I don't, and it's the same thing that Michael is giving on She's Out of My Life. Like, I just don't like it. I don't, if I can say I don't like Michael the motherfucking Jackson doing it. So,
well,
anybody can get it.
Wait, how Brian did it, sis?
I don't like that in music. I don't like that from nobody. I don't like it.
Hey, sis, how Brian do it? Get out of my life. Girl, I was so tight.
I just don't like that in music. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like if I don't like it from the greatest pop star of all time, and like, then
nah.
At least let me say this, I agree with you because I feel that, and that's why I would say I think vocally it wasn't great on certain things, especially like we talked about the chorus. And that's why if you look back at the BET Awards back in 2006 when she performed it, she looked nervous. Like they had her coming down the I think the walkway or whatever when she was coming to sing at the awards. If y'all remember back then, they had her coming down the line and had her go up the stage. Like Keyshia was struggling to sing the song, and I'm like, that's not how I want her to sing the song. And I was very upset because that was the one they had her come out with when she came to the BET Awards. And it was weird, but like I said, when she sings it now, I think it's probably a little bit better. But back then, when she first did it, it was live. Hell no. And I love Keyshia, but But it's crazy because Greg Curtis was the one who also did this. But he did I Remember off her second album. That was way
now, baby. Now, baby.
No,
now
that second album. The second album is That Girl for me.
Yes, it is.
That's a really great album. Like I enjoyed that album a lot.
Me too.
But like John said, I wonder what Craig did wrong from Love to I Remember.
Well, you know what it is too. I think people start. When it's your debut album, you're putting your everything and all into it. Once you get into the industry, you start realizing what you don't like, what you didn't like about something, and you like, this second album, I ain't gonna do what the hell I did on this first album. I gotta do, now I done grew into the industry, I know the fraudulent shit of the industry, I know how things get down. So now when we get into the second album, I wanna do this, I want to add a little bit more of this. I want to take out a little bit more of this. Yep. And I think that's what the difference between Love and I Remember. You can tell there's a big shift. You know what I'm saying? It's a big shift. And I think even for Keyshia, when she probably listens to her debut, she probably like, ooh, there's some things that I just don't like about it. You know what I mean? And then you get to the Just Like You, and it's like, oh yeah, I like this.
Way better. But Jay, she went on live one time. I remember she was talking about how she felt. That's so crazy. So you get around on there again, how she felt that her voice wasn't great when she first started because she said she took vocal lessons from Mama Joy. I guess it's vocal teacher named Mama Joy, and she's the one that really helped her with her voice, like how the way she do certain songs. So you get around on there. She did get a vocal coach. I don't know if she went into her second album, but she said as the years went by in her career, she got a vocal coach because she was like certain things she wanted to change. But yeah, she did right, even though she can still sing. But think about she got a vocal coach that was some people need.
Well.
Actually, no matter how you sing, you should have a vocal coach.
Thank you, Elise.
Whether you're the best singer in the world or somebody just starting out, so you can keep that voice.
No, they don't do it.
You can do even greater things, but I think anybody who's a singer should have a vocal coach.
You know what V Whitney Houston,
and they need to give rappers them too, so they can have a decent live show.
I agree.
Hey, grandma, hey, girl, it's a lot of things being thrown in this Catch That episode. But okay.
But it didn't hit me off the first break when I got the album. I heard about it to the single when I had the album. That wasn't the one I went to all the time.
Yeah, I didn't either. When I first heard it, I said, let's go to the next one. I'm good. After hearing the whole thing, I probably heard that song literally one time all the way through. And that was the first time I heard the album. And after that, I was like, I'm good. We can go on to next track, please.
You like, I changed my mind.
Okay. I just want it to be over.
Yeah, that was played out though, but yeah.
Yes, they played that shit out. But respect to the people that love
so much more we could be.
We could be.
It got Keyshia. It got her the album to hit that 1.6 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That record did it. So the impact of that song, we might not like it, but goddamn it, the impact of that song made this album go platinum.
Thank you for coming to me, girl.
I'm sorry. I just don't like this song. but I respect the song, but I just...
Right. I respect it, but I just don't... Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on it. Yeah. So, next song, You've Changed
The best song off the album.
Talk about it.
I'm not, Lord, I don't want to get teary-eyed now. Look, I already had her. She made me cry. I can't cry on this one, but this right here, y'all, is the best song off the album to me.
Okay.
For personal reasons, my mom and sister, y'all, I just remember y'all in 2005 when Katrina hit and we were going through a lot of stuff at the time. This was a song that we played over and over again. I remember playing it in the parking lot, my mom driving to certain places, but it's so sentimental to me because my mom loved this record so much and I don't want to get emotional.
It's all right. It's all right.
Whew, Lord, I don't love, please, hold me back, Lord.
It's all right.
The album was released was 2 years later my mom passed. And it broke my heart because I look back at it now and my mom loved this record. She loved You Change. I don't know what it was, y'all. When we first heard it off the break, the Jay-Z sample, I knew it. My mom didn't know it, but when she came with that clapback, I said, oh shit, what is she about to say? And y'all, off the first break, it was a wrap. We played that song everywhere we went. Cousin house, friend house, to the store. That to me was the best song. But I love that record a lot because my mom loved it.
Yeah.
And it's because of the connection. Sadly, my mom has passed away 2 years later, exactly after the album dropped, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
Get back at it now, I see why she loved it so much. And I feel with Keyshia, she had something to prove. And then for you to go after Jay-Z and you a new artist, girl, you bold. You bold as hell.
but a lot of people used to do that back then because Lil Mo did it with 21 Answers.
I forgot about that, John, but I was so used to Keyshia with this. It threw me because at this time, 50 was hot as hell. But
yeah.
But for me, it was just crazy because I'm like, Keyshia, girl, you going out with somebody from New York, boo. You from Cali, like this something.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah.
Reasons, y'all, this was the song we played out of all the tracks. This is my #1 favorite song off the album. That song, my mama loved it. R.I.P. to her, but Keyshia came for blood, and this will forever be my favorite track from the album. I don't care.
You needed it after love, but but you know what? And that's what everybody loved about this. But the R&B in me, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody be like, "Oh, it's song cry, it's song cry." But I'm like, y'all, this is Bobby Glenn Sound Like a Love Song. That's who the sample she's really using. And that's him in the beginning of this. Sound like a love song. That's him. You know what I mean? But everybody, obviously, that's the R&B in me, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh, but it also samples actual elements of the Jay-Z production as well.
Right.
So you hear that too.
Right.
So it's both. So it's sampling Song Cry and it's sampling Sounds Like a So.
Yeah.
If you look in the list of samples, it's both.
Okay. Gotcha. I mean, but y'all, you know me, like R&B in me was just like,
because I be forgetting it's from that sample, but like I said, y'all, it just that holds so much. Like I said, y'all, I'm feeling gonna get teary-eyed. I can't, y'all. I'm not gonna do this on part 2. No.
But since that's what music's supposed to do, it connects to you in some way, and that's good. That's good though.
Damn, the tears are really starting to flow. Jesus Christ. Okay, this is part 2 of Brandy. Thank you. But
you better.
I'm just so thankful y'all had that moment with my mom.
Ooh,
here come the tears. Even though I don't have her here anymore, this right here, we jammed to this record. If Keyshia ever sees this, I want to thank her from the bottom of my heart because even though a lot of songs don't connect to some people because my mom was older and I was young at the time, like this is during Hurricane Katrina, so we going through a lot of stuff, And for You Change to come out at a time where it was different, things were changing for us. This record right here, I just remember us just playing it everywhere, and I'm just so happy that I can still remember those memories from me, But I'm truly happy, and for this album to be released today. My mom would be, transitioning 2 years later. It just goes to show you that Keyshia really made a difference for my life and for my family at the time during Hurricane Katrina. So, Keyshia, you got me, girl. There you go.
See, girl, you done cried and Brandy behind you. See what you're doing, Brandy? This is her fault. This is Brandy. This is your fault.
Right.
But I mean, she do follow you now. Hello.
Oh. feeling I was gonna get teary out on this song right here because this is the song that really, we love. We love this song like off the break. Like soon as we heard it, like this is the best song off the album. It's the number one. This is it. But sentimental reasons for me because of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshia ate Jay-Z ass up. No offense, but it's true.
Yeah, she was like, you told your side of the story, now let's hear mine. Like, I was like, get him, Keith.
Fine, 2 times in a row.
Yeah, who also used that sample, who also used that was it was Ghostface and Neo. Remember Back Like That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Lloyd used it for You.
Damn.
So that was, I mean, people still using it. So.
Yeah. Oh, Keyshia got one with this one. Oh, she got this one.
Yeah, I really love this song as well.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to this album, that's a must. That song.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then how did her and Jaheim did I Change?
I Change, even though they played this shit out of there too much too. It's okay.
I think
but I actually like the song though.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm like that song a lot. I really like that song. That's a great song.
Yeah.
I had a moment I was just thinking about it. Like, I really like that song.
It is. Huh. Beautiful record, beautiful memories. R.I.P. to Mom Dukes, you know? Yes. All right. We Could Be.
Love We Could Be.
I love it too.
I love it.
I felt like this is the foreshadowing to Just Like You.
Looking at it now, I can agree.
I'm feeling like her, like vocally and lyrically, I felt like this was foreshadowing Just Like You. Because I felt like Keyshia in this song was like, she was friends, but she wanted to take it further. And we know what happened with her and Jeezy. And that's why we got Just Like You. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what was going on with that. And then she was just like, yo, like, I want to be more than friends, but I know you're not trying to claim me as your girl, but I want to be friends. I want to be more than that. You know what I mean? And I was like, now that I listen to it now, I'm like, oh yeah, this was foreshadowing Just Like You. Like, then we ended up getting like the shade that Keyshia was throwing in interviews when she was like, yeah, I ain't speak to Jeezy in months. Keyshia will throw a dagger, baby, and she don't care.
But
another one
beyond the personal stuff, like We Could Be is giving you a preview sonically of where she's going. You know, that's subject matter, whatever. Like We Could Be is showing a great side of her, like vocally and production wise. The same way that I Just Want It to Be Over is too, where it's like it's just kind of like a more mature, like put together, thoughtful song. Like it feels complete.
Right. I agree.
Like how I feel about the second album, just everything just feels more complete and it's more unity in the record.
Yeah, I agree.
But I love like y'all right though. We Could Be, soon as we got off of You Change, it's just like I said, the album just kept flowing in my personal opinion on how it was just hidden, because I was like, this is very unusual, like for me to even listen to an album, you know, full throttle, but not even that, it just was flowing. It was just like some stuff was just fun. I think Gerald, did Arrow do this track? Arrow McCall, I forgot who did this track. Yes. He did Dance with Love with Beyonce, so you know everybody don't go to that. But you know, at the end of the day, for me, I think he did greater on this one than he did with Beyonce with that song. But it just, We Could Be is just the shit. Like I just was flowing. I was like, yeah, I just love the melody, the beat, her singing on here. Like Lisa said, vocally, she was dope. It was just like everything just fits together where she was at this time, like you said, Josh, she's just going through life. She's just going through, and like I said, and I don't know if they were promoting it. They probably were promoting it through the reality show too, with the songs that she was doing. Because you know how some of these, like the album be already out, but they promoting it through the reality show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we could be. I would say probably be a top 5 favorite album cut for me too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's dope. Like I said, I like album cuts, no shade than the singles, but it's just true.
You're on the right show.
Track number 1, but yeah.
You're on the right show. Yes. All right. Situations.
That's the one I just learned this year because I don't remember that.
That's my second song on the album.
That is, and Chick Santana, I didn't even know he was part of this production. No shade, but I really didn't know.
It gave me guess what vibes, and this is the song where I said this is Little Mary. This is the song where I said this is Little Mary. Even I heard, because the way she's riding the beat, I could imagine Mary riding the beat just like this. And I know when Mary probably heard this record, she probably was like, who's this girl? Who's she?
That part.
Who's she? Who's this girl? I need to meet her. What's up with her? Like, this is what I think, because Mary, like, this is the type of beat I would jump on. You know what I mean? And that's what I got. And that's right there. And I was like, yo, and then it had the airy backgrounds that I like. Shout out to Ron Fair. But he, you know, for me, it had that eerie background voice, background vocals that I like. And it just was a dope, and Keyshia's riding it. You know what I'm saying? She's riding that joint like an MC, even though Chink had his own, 16 on the joint. But I just felt like Keyshia was riding it like an MC, and I'm like, ooh, she eating this. And I was like, okay, little Mary J. Blige, I see you. I was like, I see it. I was like, I see it. And then clearly, then my mind started wandering. I was like, I changed my mind. Then I go to the video, I was like, oh yeah. Then I looked at, I just wanted to be over. And I was like, yeah. I started putting shit together like, okay, yeah. Ron Fair is also working with Mary J. Blige. I get it. I get it.
That part. But yeah, like I said, that's why I said I started realizing as I'm learning, listening to the tracks. Like I told you, I said, I don't remember situations that might have been something I skipped and it wasn't intentionally, but like I said, the beginning of the songs like hit me more than ever. But for me, when I listen to that record, it does sound like, man, I said, this is, man, now I see why they call it Mary J. Blige, because Mary would have did something like this, period. And not to other records from the album. That's why I say a lot of these songs make you think like makes you think about Love, I Thought You Had My Back. I'm like, these songs are kind of connected. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
Mary, Little Mary.
Yeah, I was like, Little Mary, I see it. I was like, I see it. I can see it. Okay.
Y'all can talk about the next two amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be I'll be right back.
Down and Dirty. I felt like this. I'm not saying this, y'all, before motherfuckers kind of come in my throat. I'm not saying that but I'm saying that I felt like this was Keyshia trying to get her Shaka on, because she was doing nothing but wailing. Yeah. And you know how Shaka gonna wail on a record. That Shaka is wailing. You know what I mean? But Keyshia, that's what I felt like on this record. Down and Dirty. I just felt like Keyshia was just wailing.
I agree, John, because that's the one I skipped.
Oh.
I skipped that one.
Oh, well, I guess we're not going to be on this one that long.
I didn't.
Elise already.
Elise, look, I'm not even being. No, I'm actually. I have to agree with Elise on this. This was one song I think I actually skipped. I didn't really listen to the song like that, and it's not even being mean. It's just I think when I first heard the production, I was like, okay, this sounds a little weird. I said, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this may not be for me. We're gonna skip that one. So we did a skip on that one. No shame. But I would at least actually. That's why I said at least. I'm like, yeah. That's why I said for this one, the whole album. I think situations I didn't give a chance. I can't really say skip. But Down and Dirty, I did skip this one. That's why I said for me, it's not a perfect R&B album. That's why I said other tracks, yes, I can't deny. I would never deny Love. I can't skip that one. But for me, But for me, Down and Dirty, that was a skip. I'm with Elise. I skipped it.
Alrighty, okay. So we know how everybody feels. So yeah, let's go on to Superstar.
I love Superstar.
Face on the movie screen. Superstar. Yes, I love it. I love it. I always felt, to me, this was Casey and Mary's I don't want to do anything else.
I can see it. Yep.
To me, this is her duet to me. This was that to me. Because if we're going to be real with that, I didn't like that one either. I don't want to do anything else. I like the unplugged version because they sound drunk and high and they sounded raw. That is the only reason why I like that song. The original on What's the Phone? I do not like that song at all. It does not for me.
I think everybody likes the live version because every time I see somebody put on Instagram, it's live.
It's live.
I like the song, but I can admit that the Mary and Casey, I like the album version. However, I know that it don't sound good. But I
okay. As long as we agree.
It don't sound good.
Okay, as long as we agree.
I like what they're saying though. I like and how they're saying it, but I think it's for a very poor vocal performance of a song.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And the song and the track don't sound completed to me.
Nope. Right. Nope, it doesn't. And that's why with this, I think, again, we're saying she's Little Mary. You had to give her a duet. You had to give her one.
Oh, in that sense, yes. But no, it don't. No, it sounds better than, like, I don't particularly care for the song, but it's not bad.
But you know what? I was about to say that.
It's not. I don't hate it.
Well, I was gonna ask y'all because Superstar is dope, but I was gonna ask you, like, they gave her an unknown artist. I guess the guy named Metro City or something. You know who he is, y'all? I don't know who he is.
I'm not too familiar with him. Like
he sounded great on the record.
Yeah, he did. You know who I had thought he was the dude that did Alone with Mary. I forgot what his name was. He was supposed to be big and all this kind of stuff, but I thought that was him. Yeah. And that's not him. You know what I mean? But Metro City,
he was great. I love Superstar. That was one of my favorites.
And Polo the Don did this one.
Polo the Don
did this one, which again, he's on the next album. You see what I'm saying? And he's on A Different Me.
Oh God, no. That really look.
I see the R&B rap and Midnight R&B edition as being very, very honest tonight.
I bought it and I was mad, but anyway.
Yeah, but honest about how we feel about stuff.
Yeah, at least, but I was hurt after, just like you. I said, girl, we should have got something else. Like, that was, I think to me, that might have been a rushed album. A Different Me. I think it was rushed.
It could have been. But yeah, but Superstar, I love it. I love what they did with it. I think they sounded great together with it, but I was cool with it. You know what I mean? So, like y'all said, for Down and Dirty, yeah, I could skip it and go to Superstar. It was like I can go from Situations to Superstar and I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm good. I'm good. That's what, like you said, Down and Dirty is one of the tracks I could be like.
Yeah, I was that when I was like, no shade. I didn't give it a chance.
That's some real shit, though. That's some real shit. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's subjective.
You changed was the one. You changed was the one that got me off the break. That was the one that was played over and over. That was.
Yeah.
That was juggernaut.
Oh, yeah. And then, obviously, she ends the album off with Never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's something that I think is familiar. Everybody knows it, which I think it was great that Ron Fair and them was like, all right, this can get Keyshia's name out there. You know what I mean? We put it on Barbershop 2. Everybody knows, the sample being used, R.I.P. to Luther Vandross. Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Eve on it, so it kind of can get her a little, maybe that was the little sleeper, the street joint. You know what I mean?
2 weeks later, Luther passed during Essence Festival, back at home, where he passed the weekend of Essence. So, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And it's crazy because, like I said, I be forgetting that Never, because of Luther sample. But that kind of made sense at the time when she released the album. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't give it that, but if you think about it if you Luther Vandross with the last track, it will make sense. But yeah, it makes sense, y'all, at the time when they were promoting, because this is 05. Luther had just passed.
Mm-hmm.
Barbershop, I forgot. Like I said, I'd be forgetting Barbershop because I've had the movie, but I forgot what the,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
That is, it was a great little album because that, and like you said, y'all, that most likely probably sleepers you changed is not no sleeper. Hell no.
No. I didn't mean sleeper. What I meant to say is it was the street banger that got you ready for what the album was, and I think that's what Ron Fairno went with that, rather than I Changed My Mind. I Changed My Mind is like we coming at you. You know what I mean? Never is like, hey, I'm Keyshia Cole. I'm using the sample of Luther. I'm from Cali. Hey y'all, like this is me. You know what I mean?
It's so cute. I enjoy that song.
Me too. Me too. Even if you give me, yeah, like it got along like that.
And I like the way she's singing. So she's just kind of casually singing. She's not doing a whole lot, and I actually like that side of her too.
Yeah.
I like that song.
Right. Like y'all said, she did have a happy side.
Yes, and I'm glad we got to see it on that song.
Yeah. No, it's me and John talking earlier. We were talking about people like, our artists, the ones they always think they go through pain and don't have happy songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they always do it with that one.
Right.
God, I'd be like, oh God, you're irking the shit out of me. But yes, so what impact did you think this album really had?
Okay, I can say from impact for me personally was through my family, my mom.
Yeah.
Of this album. It was great, and I was super happy that I got a chance to listen to her at the time during Katrina, because this was really a rough time, And like you said, y'all, the music gets you, like once you're going through life, you gotta get music, get you out there, that rut.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? But even though this is at the time, I was kind of like, and this is my 11th grade year in high school. This is my junior in high school. So dealing with Katrina, it was very tough, but I'm so thankful I had that music, like we always said, to get you through tough times. You get what I'm saying? And even though at the time I didn't get to understand Keyshia from the first break, I think her reality show really touched a lot of people. And that's the part I feel for me that made me a fan of Keyshia Cole. But like you said, y'all, when I heard that album and I heard those tracks when I was 16 years old, I said, this girl gonna be a star. I don't know what is something about her, but she is a star. And like you said, y'all, what caught me off the break was You Changed. But I feel for me, for Keyshia, she came for people at the time. And this is like we said at the time, I think BET said she was like one of the first reality people to market her music at BET. This is all in company of BET.
Right.
That she first marketed her music through her reality show, and like that, she was telling her life through these songs, and like exposing her life for what she went through, being adopted, having a mother as a drug addict, not knowing her father at the time. She went through a lot of life stuff. I remember I was watching something of hers. Keyshia was talking about how she really didn't have no food, and she was just singing in the street corners, and thugs would give her money. I was like, wow, she really, really took this music thing seriously, regardless of how she was going to do it, but she felt in her heart that she was going to be something. And looking at her struggle, and then telling her world what she went through, I said, I see why people love Keyshia Cole, because even though I didn't have a lot in my life, but seeing somebody that made it to where she made it through, and not even that had a lot of hurdles that she had to go through, I said, I love Keyshia for who she is, because she's real, like Monica, like a Monica.
And they cool.
Okay, amen, Gonica. But for me, Keyshia let the music speak for herself, and that's why I have the respect about her. But I felt like too, for what Keyshia, for have her life story to be on TV and to tell her story, it made you love her even more. It made you respect her, how she got it, made it through the bottom, made it through the mud, but she gained to the top. And after that, it was a wrap. And I was truly proud of Keyshia. Not even that. I think what she did for the culture was she let people know her life, but know that she's just like us. And that was it for me.
I agree with that. I think the impact with this, it separated Keyshia from all the other girls.
100%
separated her, because again, she had to, this one, 50 was trying to break Olivia. And you know what I'm saying? Like, she had to deal with that. She dealt with Rihanna, and Rihanna coming in, Tierra Marie coming in. All these girls are coming in. So you needed something to be different. And Keyshia, with this album, it was different. But then when you saw her and you saw her story, you fell in love with her more with her story on reality TV. Yeah. You know how we always want to connect to our artists? We were able to connect the Keyshia through the music, of course, because you felt that. But then when you saw the reality show and saw what this girl was dealing with her mom and drugs and R.I.P. to Frankie and all that, it was just like, okay, she's a real one. You know what I mean? She's one of the real ones. What she's singing and what she's saying in her music is real. Because you know, you got a lot of motherfuckers that stink out this motherfucker. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you connected to her. And that's why she was able to continue. And that's what we got, Just Like You and Different Me and Woman to Woman and all these albums after that, because this was kind of the basic. It was, Keyshia is a real one. She's one of the real ones. You know what I mean? So that was my impact with this album. Like, get him, Keyshia. Get him, girl, with that red and blonde hair at the same time. Yeah, so that was my impact with Keyshia, for real.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I don't even think it's anything I could really add. Like,
was that shit?
Right. We didn't change our mind, Keyshia. We love the album, girl. We just got some songs we just don't love. Catch it.
Gotta deal with this situation. Anyway, that ain't work. Sorry. But now we to my favorite part of the show. And today it will truly be a word song association, because I'm going to give you some top charting songs, R&B of 2005. They all didn't necessarily come out in 2005, but they were on the chart. So I'll keep that. Okay. So, and you just give me the first word or thought or memory that pops up about that song. All right. We'll start off with Slow Down by Bobby Valentino.
Ooh. Oh, love. The video, when he sung it, I was like, yeah, he's dope. He was, at least I just remember him on One Season Park. They played it so much on One Season Park a lot. But when I first heard Slow Down, it was just it felt like a summertime spring song. Like you always say about certain summer jams and spring jams. You remember, I just remember playing the melody. I think is this Tim and Bob? I don't know.
Yeah, yes it is.
Oh yeah. Classic Tim and Bob. Yeah.
Shout out to them. Like they gave Bobby a hit. Even though Bobby was in the group, a lot of people don't know that. But yes, Bobby was in the group. But I think for him coming out as a solo artist, it was great. He came in at, like JR said, he came at the perfect time because Usher slowed down. No pun intended. But I didn't even I love you.
Somebody been on this show too long.
I didn't even catch that. It is catch that. Thank you. But yeah, at least springtime, summer love.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I will go with the I'm only gonna do this one because this is a song that JR don't get on my nerves, but I'm gonna say it anyway, just so he could do one thing for me.
What?
We had "Shake It Off" by Mariah Carey.
Shake It Off was definitely a bop. It wasn't big like We Belong Together, but I do remember. I remember me liking this a lot. I do remember liking this. I remember the video, Chris Tucker. It was very like fun, cute, and I would just remember Mariah just, she just dominated 2005. That's all I remember from her. Like they were running those singles, but I love Shake It Off. I like the dance. I like the girls in there, but I don't know. I just remember just her being just dominating everywhere, just for me. But Shake It Off was one of those jams. It was about, but for me, like I said, it was just like high school memories. I will say that high school memories for me.
Go ahead.
I had to do that one.
I remember one song she did, Jesus Look by Mariah. You know, JR, how I feel. I love you, sis.
All right. 2005, Miss Fantasia was burning up the charts with Free Yourself.
Girl, everything. Oh, get right. Missy, let me tell you, Elise, that album right there. Woo. Elise, everything. That's my word, everything. She called me off the break, period. Oh, everything. Look, I'm going in for Fantasia. This is the album I love Mug. I love For Yourself. I love it. Everything, period. Look, sis, I have to go hard for Fantasia. She was my favorite from American Idol and just swept the board. But at least that album was everything. To this day, that was my mom. My mom bought that album. That's one of her favorites. But I love You Got Me Waiting. But I know we ain't gonna talk about that. But For Yourself, yeah, that was my jam. But at least it was everything. Missy for what she did for Fantasia, and I remember just me blasting that shit up loud in the apartments. I was like, yeah, I was doing a little bit too much at 16. I need to stop. But I loved it. I didn't care. But at least everything. I loved it.
All right. Neo, So Sick.
So sick of love song. Oh, you know what, Crazy Elise? I didn't hear about this song, and me and JR, shout out to JR doing an episode with me. We broke down these lyrics.
Yeah, it was so fun. So fun.
I said it on purpose. It was on purpose.
Yes.
Well, look, I had to catch my memory, but you know, honestly, at least I didn't listen to this song in 2006 because of Katrina. So for me, when I first heard Off the Break, I loved the video. Girl, the video was just beautiful, the Colorado mountains and stuff. But I guess when July 15 come around, that's the damn song of the day. But you know, look, yeah. But yeah, at least it was 2006. The video for me, it was the video, beautiful.
And since we know who Keyshia draws a lot of most of her inspiration, or at least, well, I would guess she do. I don't know what she says in interviews, but her inspiration, Mary J. Blige, we'll go with Be Without You.
Girl, New Year's Eve 2005, December 31st, baby. That was the song of the girl. That was the song of the year for us. I can just tell a little snippet story, Elise, and JR. Beautiful song, we loved it. They played that out. That was the end. Like Mariah was the beginning, but Mary was at the end. It was all about Mary J. Blige at the end of the year.
God.
For me, at least, December 31st, 2005, it was New Year's Eve. Had so much fun with my family. This was when me and my family were at a good place at the time. You know, this was post Katrina. At the end, I just remember us New Year's Eve. My cousin dropped the song. All the women went up and we just sung it like we was all going through it. Mind you, and I'm 16, so. But December 31st, 2005, when me and my family had the best time and we played Be Without You, that was the record that got all of us up, and we had a beautiful moment. That was the moment for me. But Mary, it was all about Mary at the end of the year. That was Mary J. Blige. That was New Year's Eve for us, a beautiful time with me and my family.
And put that we will never hear Mary perform this song ever again. Just know that.
So mad. But yeah. But at least New Year's Eve 2005 was me and my family. We celebrated this song and we just loved it. Mary just came with she came with that fire. And this record right here holds a special place in my heart with me and my family.
Oh. Well, we thank you, sis, for sharing and being vulnerable and open and dealing with us me and JR being haters. I appreciate it. You handled
it. I love it. I love that music does that.
At least we did agree on some stuff though, so I loved it anyway. But I love you guys for making me always be vulnerable, be honest with myself, but not even that. I just love songs from the heart, and when it hits the heart, it's everything. So
girl,
thank you.
Have we met? You don't know how many times I done cried. Girl, have we met?
Yeah, but I didn't cry 2 times. I was trying to not cry this episode.
You got Brandy behind you. It's her fault.
Chastity, how about you tell people where they can find you, or if you have anything
Please.
cool in the works, just feel free to share.
Yes, so when this episode does drop, guys, I will be doing a lot more stuff, more interviews coming up. Super excited. Thank you guys so much to come. Happy coming to the platform, talk about great albums with y'all and everything I'm doing. Everybody can reach me at my Instagram, Midnights. The letters RNB Edition. They can reach me at IG. The website is coming up, and hopefully in a year or two. So I'm getting that done. Also, got more battles coming up, more interviews. Pretty much that's about it. I don't have really much a lot going on. I know I'm getting ready to do another breakdown of more R&B song relationship. At least I gotta get you, girl. Since we gotta get Miss Queen, Miss Dallas, Texas. I gotta get you, girl. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. I don't really have too much going on. But guys, I'm thankful that you guys have loved me, supported me for everything I've done, and not even that. Y'all always give me to my most softest spot. So I have to always show y'all love, and not even that. I'm just appreciate y'all let me do R&B and everything that is R&B. So thank you guys so much.
Real recognize real. Iron sharpens iron. There it is.
Gang, gang, gang.
Gang, bang.
Boom.
I read notes.
So we thank our viewers as always. You know, we this is a family, and bring us some more cousins over so we can share in the culture, celebrate the culture, have fun, dig deep and get vulnerable, because music can make you do all those things, especially R&B music. So like, subscribe, share it with your folks, and also you keep coming back. But we love y'all, and we will catch y'all on the next episode. Okay. Bye.
Peace.